everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today, and welcome to my closet. It's very messy. I'm trying to organize it a little bit. So I got this big gorgeous scarf from somewhere. It's gorgeous, but it's really big, and I need to figure out what I can do with it because it's so pretty and soft. And I'm gonna watch some scarf videos, maybe get some ideas. So we'll see. But I'm really just cleaning it out, getting it organized. I'm trying to pick out some clothes for a try-on video I want to do for y'all. I want to do concert looks, like what I would consider wearing to concerts. This comes with a little eye mask, or this is a little eye mask that I got with some pajamas I got. But this is completely see-through. It doesn't block out any light. So, I mean, yeah, it's cute and all, but I wouldn't wear one anyway because I couldn't have anything touching my face like that. So we do have a concert coming up fairly soon. We're going to see Bad Religion and Social Distortion. So that'll be fun. It'll be my first time seeing Social Distortion. I believe it'll be Eric's third time, I want to say. So that should be fun. Marshall's going too. Aha! This is one thing I'm looking for. Okay. This. Just lay that in my lap. It's another thing. These are two things y'all have already seen on my channel, but I'm going to dress them up for the purpose of concert going. So it'll be a different ensemble, hopefully. So I just got this, but I wanted to talk a little bit about, this is gonna fall right off the hanger. I think it is. I think it's gonna fall right. Yeah, it is. Look, I hate outfits like that that just fall right off the hanger. That's okay. But I have an Amberlynn video coming up soon where I'm gonna be addressing why people should be more cautious about sliding in to her DMs. And also let's talk about this for a minute. Amberlynn really needs to be more careful about her DMs because she falls in love so easy. She trusts people so easily. And it's just not healthy for her. You know what I mean? She's just, she starts trusting people so easily. And I mean, I'm not saying she should be distrustful and be suspicious of everyone. But someone with her reputation and someone, you know, a public figure like her, she really should be a lot more careful because, so I sent her a message one time because I know she doesn't drive. I know she's got real anxiety about driving. And sometimes I read the comments, like teasing her, making fun of her for not driving. And they kind of piss me off because I didn't start driving until I was 29 years old. I was terrified of driving. But it wasn't until Marshall was diagnosed with cancer when I was left with no choice. I had to drive. I live in a city like I live in Jacksonville. You have to drive in Jacksonville. You pretty much have to, or you have to take taxis or Ubers, and life is just easier here if you drive. And I will tell you, my life has improved immensely since I started driving, but I started driving just because I had absolutely no choice. And when I read these comments from people like that she gets about her not driving, they just kind of, some of them piss me off a little bit. It's like, you've never been afraid of anything? You're so lucky. You know, because I was terrified of driving until I had no choice. You know, and that's usually what something like driving is. You know, something, if you're afraid of something, once you're offered no choice, then you get over it pretty fast. But So I had sent Amberlynn a message about, my fear of driving. And I told her I was really afraid of driving for a really long time. I said I didn't start driving until I was 29 years old. And I told her, my son had cancer, and I had no choice. And I told her, wanting to drive and being afraid of driving are two different things. And I'm like, just something will just have to happen in your life to where you have no choice, and I'm like, that's not always the case. But basically I was just kind of telling her that you'll get over this hump eventually. But I don't know. I have a relative who is, he's 70 and he's never driven a day in his life. And, I doubt he ever will. And, he's just made it work, but he's left with less independence because of that. And it just totally left my head. Driving. So the fear of driving is a very real fear. It exists. I know a lot of people who are afraid to drive. My upstairs neighbor, she's afraid to drive, and that's fine. And because driving is scary. There are scary MFers out there driving who should not have a license, at all. And yeah, I just, I understand being afraid to drive and it causing anxiety. I get it. And, but like I said, when I was offered with no choice, then I started driving. And I think it's wrong for people to make fun of, tease, and pick on Amberlynn for not driving. It's kind of rude, because if you don't know that fear, you're ignorant on the subject. And it must be nice to have never been afraid of anything in your life. But that being said, I messaged her and she responded. And it was kind of, I'm not going to share it with you because that's not the type of person I am, but it almost felt kind of flirty. Not really, but it just kind of felt like she was putting the vibe out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just seemed like that. And I feel like she's the type of person. She's like that guy that, like, say you're a group of girlfriends at a dance club and he comes up to one girl and asks her to dance. She says no. And then he moves on down the line to all the girls in the friend group. She's kind of like that guy. Like, she just puts the vibe out to everyone. Eventually, someone is going to bite. Someone's going to take the bait. I just get that feeling from her. I don't know that personally, but I'm just telling you, the response I got from her felt a little investigative, like she was trying to figure out maybe I'm a possibility. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking myself up. I'm not saying I'm so hot that Amberlynn would fall in love with me or anything like that. I'm just saying it seemed like that. But anyway, and if you put the vibe out to everyone, eventually somebody's going to take the bait. But she really does need to be more careful on the internet, because what if I decided to pretend like I was a lesbian and I was into her? What if I decided that? I wouldn't be your type, because I'm definitely not masculine. I'm a lot older than her, and I'm literally old enough to be her mother. And I'm, I know she doesn't like older women, and I know she doesn't, like feminine girlfriends. And I am feminine. Hello, feminine. This is such a cute bra. I'm going to put this up here. Maybe I'll remember to wear it one day. It's one of the few bras that actually fit me now. There is a little room in the cup. I do need to put a cutlet underneath the breast, but, Eric went to pick Marshall up and he's going to get some sherbet. I'm just craving something sweet. And the only sweet thing I can really eat without getting sick is ice cream. I didn't want ice cream because it's too fatty, so he's going to get some sorbet or something and see if that works. I know sherbet and sorbet are two different things, but you know what I mean. You get it. But anyway, yeah, I think she should be extremely, extremely cautious about who she is talking to online, because it could be anybody. It could be just a group of 14-year-old boys messing with her. You know what I mean? She really needs to be careful. Now, if this last person was real, the one that sent her the Legos, that's probably a real person because that Lego is expensive. You know what I mean? So that's probably a real human being. Like, I mean, I know they're all real human beings, but that's probably a genuine one, because who would buy her a $400 Lego set as a prank? Ooh, I'm going to prank her. I'm going to prank her. I'm going to spend $400 on her. You want to prank me for $400? Go ahead, prank me. So I think, you know, I know a lot of people think she bought it herself, and that's entirely possible. You know, that could very well be the case. I don't think it is, just because of how quickly she moves on. And since this person, if they do exist, spent this much money on her, they are probably a genuine connection. But I'm just saying, I know she probably is talking to more than one girl at a time, which I know she says she isn't. And she's like, that's just the way I like it. I feel like she wouldn't kind of double down on that if that was true. You know what I mean? I feel like she's probably talking to more than one person, and people are going to mess with her. You know, people are going to mess with her online. They're going to be like, hey, you know, you're really cute. You want to talk? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to connect with people online. I had already been married by the time the internet came along. So I don't even know how me and Eric got together. It was just like we were talking about Leave It to Beaver or whatever. I don't know. It was weird because what had happened was I was babysitting, and the lady I babysat for was going out to a bar, and she picked him up at a bar and brought him to her house, and he ended up liking me. So she was crazy. I'm not saying her name, so I can give these details out. It's fine. So I moved on from babysitting and working in daycare to working in the hospital. And a couple years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I got a request for her medical records, and they were super private records, so I couldn't get them. I had to get someone else to get them because they were like, well, they were psych records. I can say that because I'm not saying her name or anything. I'm not saying the name of the facility. And I was like, ooh, it didn't surprise me at all to see that come across my desk, though. You know, I'm like, yeah, we knew this about her a long time ago. So, but anyway, that was like meandering. That was about how me and Eric met. These are dirty. Let me throw them. You're garbage. You can go right here. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think she should be more careful about who she's talking to on the internet, because let's face it, if this is a new girl she's talking to, it's not going to last, and she's going to have to move on to another one. I do believe that there is a girl, because of her bit of weight loss she had, because she only has real success from what I've seen at the beginning of a relationship, but then she gets comfortable and starts gaining the weight back. But I'm not here to talk about her weight. We're not going to talk about weight. I'm just here to talk about just, I guess, the dangers of being a public figure and putting yourself out there. Like, you know, I mean, how do they even do that? Do people just like, oh, she's single now? You know, I don't get it. Do they just put the vibe out there hoping she'll bite like she does to people? Because I really believe she does that. And I think she should be real careful, because I feel like she is really going to get her feelings hurt bad if she hasn't already gotten them hurt bad. Like, I strongly suspect that the person she was allegedly talking to after the initial breakup with her last girlfriend, I'm not going to call her by that stupid nickname, so I'm just not going to. But she, you know, that was like hot and cold like that. And she was so upset when that ended, and like, girl, you fall in love. And she was like, and I'm in love. And she falls in love so easily. And love, just real love, just isn't like that. Real love is extremely rare, and in my opinion, it's rare. And to find it, however many times she's found it, because every relationship she's had, she's so in love. This is the best relationship she's ever been in. This is the best person she's ever been with. And it's every time. There's a book up there. I see the mirror over here, and there's a book up there. It's about to fall on my head. I'm keeping an eye on you, book. But she just falls in love so easily, and you don't even have to meet face to face for her to fall in love with you. You just have to spread the charm on just a little bit, you know. And really, she's so into herself, and I'm not saying any of this to insult her. I'm really not, but she is so into herself that's all you really have to do is praise her, act like you worship her, and she's going to eat that up, you know. So she just really needs to watch herself online with people sliding into her DMs. And you shouldn't slide into her DMs. And I'm going to be making a video soon about why you should be more careful about trying to hook up with Amberlynn, because she is not a safe person. I've had this discussion about safe people before with doctors I've had, and it doesn't have to be like a potential romantic partner. Anybody can be like not a safe person. Like, I considered my mom not a safe person, and there are certain other people in my family that I consider not safe people, and I avoid those people at all cost. And you know, it doesn't have to be a potential romantic partner. It could be anybody in your life. If they're not a safe person, they're just not a safe person. And you have to learn how to identify those people. And anybody who's watched Amberlynn for any length of time should know she's not a safe person. And I'm not saying this to tear her down. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to be in a happy, healthy relationship, but she has a lot of work to do on herself, because before she can get herself in a relationship. And this is 54 years of living on this planet speaking here, you know, because I know some people are going to be, where's your psychology degree? Like, I don't need one. I know that she has issues, and it's not just food. She wants everything. She just wants to possess. It's almost like is it hedonistic? Is that the word I'm looking for? She just wants everything now when she wants it. She's like, Veruca Salt. She wants Veruca Salt. She wants everything when she wants it, and then she throws a fit if she doesn't get it. And, you know, these are issues that she needs to deal with, because she's an extremely spoiled person. I don't know how she got spoiled. I know she didn't have much when she was young, and then when she hit it on YouTube, then she is able to start treating herself. But it's detrimental. And but I'm going to get into all that when I make my video about how you need to steer clear of her. You know, she's not, unless she's not talking about it, but I don't believe she has gotten any psychological help, any therapist or anybody, since she's moved to Oklahoma. And she needs mental health counseling. And again, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm in mental health counseling. I have a psychologist. She needs someone to talk to, and she needs someone that's going to tell her, you need to work on certain issues, you know. And a psychologist, I don't know all the time. It depends on how good of a liar she is. If she's not a good liar, we all know that, you know. It just depends on if the psychologist isn't going to call her out on her bullshit, then there's a problem with that psychologist. Because my psychologist will call me out on my bullshit if I say something, you know, worthy of it. I think I had one incident where I said something to her and she called me out on it. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. I need to work on that. It was an anger issue thing that was completely my problem and my fault. So, yeah. But yeah, she definitely needs mental health counseling, and I do not believe she's getting it right now. And when she does get it, she poo-poos it. she stops her drugs, and then she insults the drugs, and at the same time she's insulting people that take those medications. I'm not insulted when people talk shit about psych meds. I need my psych meds. I'm better with my psych meds. I'm healthier. I don't get the urge to go hurt myself. And there was a point to where I was genuinely going to do it. So I need my psych meds, and I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm not going to be ashamed of it, and I'm not going to let someone like Amberlynn shame anyone for it. And that's basically what she did. Is she went in this big lecture about why you shouldn't take psych drugs, and I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about people who need psych drugs, but you need psych drugs. If you need them, you need them, and that's just the way it is. And she's like, just my mind has been so clear since I stopped taking them. That is a line from a movie. Her mind has never been clear. Give me a break. Now I'm starting to get aggravated, so I'm going to get off of here. But I found a few things. I haven't found everything yet. There's a few other items I need to find for this video I'm going to do. There's that one thing. But I don't know. It's almost too sexy. I'll figure it all out. But I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a chit chat, no big whoop. And I will talk to everyone later. Bye.